Okay, guys, we are coming to the closing remarks.
Mr. Batra, the floor is all yours now.
Okay, I'll take it. Is Mr. Shankar there, or I could start? Mr. Shankarlal?
Mr. Batra joined, yes.
Okay, so kind. I'm very pleased because this is a combined show, but I'll touch few things and then vote of thanks will be combined. Why I'm taking Mr. Shankarlal? Because this program, if it is possible for the last 4 years, is all because of Mr. Shankarlal, who is the lead specialist and the governance global practice-wise of the World Bank. And he has been the man who was, I would say, credit goes to him for starting this PPPI. I know he still pushes me, Krishnan, we have to do this, we have to do that. Anyway, let me tell you what closing remarks on this. First thing is the overview of participants and speakers. Total number of registration was 6,109. And they came from 151 countries around. But the people who joined us today, the active ones, 3,467 from 132 countries. I will say all regions of the world were covered. All regions, irrespective of the US or this, many were covered. Nearly 35% from Africa. Africa was the major, I would call. The number of speakers, we had 16. Then I would say the next is the participant from where we got the maximum. Nigeria ranks the top, Ghana, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sierra Leone, South Sudan, Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, Ethiopia. So they were the one, I know their examples are also quoted in the morning when we were discussing on some topics. When the World Bank was talking of digital transformation, I think many examples were taken from them. The type of people who participated, our participants, I would say the percentage-wise, 38% is senior level, 48% is middle level management, and then 14% of the junior level participants. Coming back to the structure of the conference around, I would say the presentation, because the broad focus was transformation, and then we were saying digital transformation and AI. So we had two presentations. Case studies, again, relating to digital transformation, we had two, one from public sector, one from private sector. And we kept the balance of both because if I look at the number, private sector is little outnumbering the public sector in that sense. Presentation-wise, we had sustainable procurement, one was panel discussion, and then one was a case study on sustainable procurement. So another presentation we had on challenges and opportunity in international procurement, which was from our Mr. Vinay Sharma. The panel discussion, Dr. Saroj Kohl was moderating it along with other good friends. Like you heard already, Dr. Vinod Kumar, Captain Ria, then Meenakshi, all they were there. Now, the above were all covered under 6 sessions, broadly as you have seen the agenda part. Now, the key features were the video recording of the whole conference will be available. So anyone's around, so WhatsApp group was created, and certificate of participation they're giving to everyone. And then the membership also, we are also thinking of giving to those people, because PPI, those who have come first time, certainly will give it. Key insights, if I say what has been covered broadly, I might have missed out a few things, but what are the key things around? First thing was in the very beginning when the keynote speaker was there, objective was the navigating digital innovation and sustainability. The broad thing was enhanced value. You talk of a private sector, you talk of a public sector. Everybody says my first principle is value for money. But then we ask them what is value for money, they only look at the price and the cost. But value has a bigger thing around. So we discussed quite a lot on it. And the next thing was digital procurement is rapidly becoming a necessity for most organizations. As evolution is happening around, new era is coming around with disruptions. So technology itself is becoming a disruptor. So in most cases, e-procurement should become digital. Now, some people have questioned because those who have gone after ERP, e-procurement was the next step. And after e-procurement comes digital. And AI is a part of the digital, I'm looking at that way. So e-procurement provides a solid foundation for digitizing transaction process. those who after ERP have not done e-procurement, I think this was the discussion that ERP is only giving 3 silos. One silo for rec, one for PO, and one for payment. But in between the sourcing, evaluation, contract management, performance management, that was missing. So e-procurement bridges the gap from end to end. It becomes an independent platform, is an independent ecosystem which can be connected to supplier as well. AI amplifies the capability of digital procurement. That was the one. Inclusive, I know this word came from the team when they were asking the question, inclusiveness in procurement. So inclusiveness means we're talking of everything. We're talking of equal opportunities, basically level field. And that is a part of the principle of, I would say, all the procurement. We say, guy, level field to everybody. Equal opportunity for everybody. So it's about the leveling the play field, which was, I know question came in the morning. So I thought, let me again emphasize on this. Understanding the concept of sustainable procurement, what is this, why it is this, and how to implement. And this case study, we took it up, one case study, how to implement. It was a real case study and how to do. Now, the steps to implement sustainable procurement, which was a part of the case study, international procurement offers organization the opportunity to reduce cost. I think this was very well done by our friend, Mr. Vinay Sharma. Opportunity to reduce cost. That's very important when we're going for the international. Access innovative products, diversify suppliers, enhance flexibility. However, when we go with international procurement, it's not without challenges. And these challenges are becoming more and more. Look at the transportation through Red Sea and all those things that are our globe. Other also we look around geopolitical issues. So they are becoming challenges. The last one was very interesting. So I took around tail end. I may not have covered all the points. Focus on building well-rounded skill set. I think the team talked about the gaps first. I could see Dr. Surojkal asking the question. First thing, do you find the gaps? What gaps are there? Then I also heard from our friend Vinod, the soft skills and the hard skills. It's a T-shape now. It's not the hard skills. I know step 1, step 2, soft skill, negotiations, communication, and other things. How to manage your stakeholders. So that was also there now. Then we also I listened to Captain Ria when she was talking about the methods of learning around. So methods of learning is also there. Certification, whether this helps or not, all the discussion came around. So I'm not going into the detailed depth of those. But one thing again, which I put last one, I said, because the way we used to do in the US was the capstone assignment. Guys, you do the learning, then after that you forget. You know very well. Anything we learn in 2 days or 3 days, after the 7 days, you will find half the knowledge is gone until they implement. So this is the one we have done 2 or 3 companies in India where we say, guys, we want to implement what you learned. Tell us what change you are bringing. If there is no change, then the learning was wasted. Let me make it very clear. So if you learn something, implement it. And then we used to have the managers also of the team getting involved and giving award to them, and that project has to be implemented. So basically we convert the training into projects. So that was the one. So this is, I would say, the key insights around. Now this is keeping in this one. I want to touch some of the training program which we are doing in cooperation with the World Bank. I have also gone through this. We used to have RFQ, quotation, price based. Then we had other ones around RFP, where we used to take of technology part, technical part, and the value part, money part, and then have percentage, 60-40, 70-30, whatever. But now the concept is coming around this L1 is becoming more like it can be played around. So it doesn't help us to improve the quality. So now I think we are getting into it. I think I'll give it to Shankar later. That means we want in every activity is a combination of quality and cost base. And on top of it, we will add sustainability also as a value addition. So we could have 3 or 4 parameters based on the scoring. I know it's not going to be easy, but then that's the way to go for it. Otherwise, the L1 concept is, I don't know whether we are comparing apples and apples. So this is the one program we are trying to do it first time with the help of the World Bank. And if this works well, I think this will be the future where we will talk of cost and quality and sustainability, all those parameters. So this training we are planning up soon for 2 days. Another thing we are also doing, and this one is based on the new framework which came from the World Bank, public sector. And this is also true for the private sector. We all talk of 5 senses. From the childhood, we have learned 5 senses. Then we talk of 6th sense now, common sense. And whenever I heard around many times, people say procurement is a common sense. So based on that, we have taken up the 7 senses. So I know very well when World Bank came with the framework, they focused on strategy. Guys, before you go into the procurement, make a strategy. They call strategy for project development. Then we have sense for value. Technology also they are talking a lot. And market intelligence, sense of relationship, sense of risk, sense of sustainability. So these are the parameters we are taking up in one of the program which we are doing for the World Bank. Even for the private sector also we are doing same way. Because this is also being done by our headquarters on procurement excellence. 7S of procurement excellence. So S is the sounds like me senses, like 5 senses, 6 senses, obvious sounds. So these are the 3 you could say around, and the priorities first is strategy. The game starts from now. Friend Captain Ria, she comes from the army background. The strategy is the first thing. Without strategy, nothing will move. So that's the top pillar. So this training program also we'll be doing soon. And that's the name of the training around is Unlocking 7 Senses of Procurement Excellence. The last one you can see the plant is sustainability. So all of them there, risk is there, AI is there. All of the parameters will be done in a very detailed way. And this is the list of the speakers around. We have so you can see all of them there. And then I come to the vote of thanks. So before I do it, I think I'll take few words and then I'll give the floor to our friend, Mr. Shankar Lal. Vote of thanks first, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all our distinguished speakers around and panelists. And again, I would say they did a wonderful, insightful presentation, engaging discussion, as we have seen the last one on the panel discussion, valuable knowledge. Our participants, again, next one, I would say, which are big in numbers. Thank you for your active participation. I know the questions were many. Some were stopped, but I think we'll come back to you with those answers around, with the help of the speakers. Deep appreciation to the World Bank. Again, I'm going back to Mr. Shankar Lalji and his team, and including Mr. Vinay Sharma, who was a good friend of mine in the past, whose support has been crucial in bringing this event. Special note of thanks to organizing team. The organizing team comprised of Arun, then we have Shubham, Gulya, and that Annie, she did for us the whole hosting part you have seen. She did an excellent job. And then the Evento team, it was a new for us, because earlier we were using another team. So Evento team also, I would say, Markan and his team, I think excellent. I know it was a new experience for us, but I think it went well. Once again, thank you. Once again, I look forward to seeing you at the future event, continuing this. So before I close this, I want to give the floor to Mr. Shankar Lal. Shankar Lal, you want to say something?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Batra. So it is already late and I will not take much of time. So I just want to thank, first of all, audience to stay till late and listen to all the sessions and all the presentations, and all the resource persons, panelists for sharing their very diverse and very relevant and timely experience. I also want to congratulate PPP AI for completing 4 years and adding 50, almost 12 to 13,000 members. So I'm hoping that by the next conference, we will have more than 15,000. That I think we should keep as target. And I also want to thank the partners as well as the technology service provider for this event. Let us aim for a bigger, maybe number of audience for the next round of conference, and hopefully we will have much more relevant topics. And the feedback which I have received from some of the participants has been very positive, and I think all the credits goes to Mr. Batra and his team. So Back to you, Mr. Batra.
Thank you, my friends. Again, if any questions, I know people must be tired, so I don't want to get into question answer until somebody has any issues. So, well, guys, each one has got the certificates. Am I right? Can I say that way? So the certificate of participation has been given to everyone, and I want to congratulate all of them. And with this, we want to thank you and take care, my friends.